YouTube, bro. Check it out, man. Hey, we got something different, bro. Yesterday didn't go as planned. We got mollywop. We got spanked. We got busted. We got anything under the book. We got hit. We couldn't make it through Orlando. Orlando had us in a box. They put us down 20, then they put us down 30. And it was all over. When you get spanked in the first, carries over. But hey man, we got a whole bunch of exit interviews I'm getting into. I ain't got the jersey on today. We in street clothes with my boys. So just I'm gonna listen to every one of these interviews. Charles, Miles, 24 mil, Brandon. I'm not even calling y'all by y'all nicknames. I love y'all boys. I still love y'all boys, bro. I'm calling y'all by y'all real names. Brandon, Khan, Moose, Musa, Grant, Pat, and LaMelo. Let's get into it, bro. Where my headphones at? Hey, we in for a long one, man. Grab you a snack. All the exit interviews. And little rant. I'm not even gonna rant. I'm not disappointed in my team. I'm disappointed in my team, but we'll be back next year. So I hate to see the season's over already. Cause man, I was so excited. I'm telling people, bro, we on to the next one, bro. Bring us Detroit. We want Detroit. Bro, freaking Tuesday, bro. I'm saying, bro, bring us Orlando. We don't want Philly. Bring us Orlando. We gonna mollywop Orlando. Clearly, I was wrong. In Orlando, y'all boys got it. Salute to y'all. Hopefully, y'all go beat the Pistons, bro. Go whoop on the Pistons for us, bro. I ain't even tripping. Somebody's probably gonna say this, bro. You got a Tigers hat on. You saying go beat the Pistons? All right, Tigers, my baseball team. Now you're gonna ask, how the hell you get from Charlotte to Detroit, bro? Miguel Cabrera is my favorite player growing up, and I just stuck with the Tigers, bro. I love the Tigers. I've been stuck with them boys since 2012. Not even 2012, 2011, 2010. But that's a whole nother video. Let's talk about these Hornets. Charles, what you got to say, bro? Let me fix the audio real quick. All this is raw, unedited, nothing, bro. All nothing, no uncuts. We need to know what's up.
Last night was obviously not the finish you guys were hoping for, but now that you've had 12 hours, I know it's not a lot of time. What are you most proud of, or what do you first come to mind when you reflect back on this season?
Let me answer that question. My most proud thing is, bro, that we had a rough start. We had a rough start to begin the year. But when we got to January and the rest of the year, bro, we was a beast, bro. Nobody could stop us. We had the best plus point differential in the NBA. And I believe that's an NBA record. It was 18.1. Bro, 36-10. Give us a whole year where we're all healthy. Kobe White comes back. There's no play-in for us. We're in the playoffs. Speak, Charles.
First thing that comes to mind is progress was made.
Exactly.
The standards and the commitment level to trying to compete and trying to be together rose significantly. And I think that the players in the offseason set out to train a lot harder, to train together a lot more.
Them boys about to go even harder now. We got something.
Had a mission coming
we got
into the
something to
season,
prove next year, bro.
That they wanted to win more games, that they wanted to get better, and I think they did that, and they earned a lot more respect and changed the narrative about this Charlotte Hornets basketball team.
Yo, that AAU bull crap y'all was calling us earlier in the year. We're not an AAU team, bro. Wait till next year, bro. Wait till next year.
And organization. So I'm super proud.
Lonzo, bro. Yo, everybody watch out. Everybody watch out. Everybody watch out. Everybody watch out, bro. I want to speak to LaMelo, Lonzo, and G3, Jello. Bro, Lonzo, bro. Come on, man. Not even Lonzo. LaMelo, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yo, talk to Jeff, bro. Please talk to Jeff. Please talk to Jeff. Matter of fact, yo, let Jeff watch this too. Jeff, bro, go get Lonzo. Go get Lonzo, please.
Of everything that they gave.
I love Kobe White. I love Sion. Go get Lonzo, Please. So Kobe ain't got to walk the ball up the court all the time when the bench come in. We can sit LaMelo and Brandon Miller at the same time. We ain't got to run Sion and Kobe at the same time. We can run Sion, Kobe, and Lonzo. Lonzo bring the ball up the court. Lonzo going to cook off the bench. Go get Lonzo.
Them allowing us to coach them the way that we did, the open-mindedness that they had. Super appreciative of the whole staff. I think
shout out the staff, man. The staff is great. I love everyone on the staff,
and
especially the nutrition lady. She hard, bro.
Helping everyone get better. So, not the ideal end to a historic franchise season, but I'm really, really proud of the growth and the progress that we made individually and collectively.
Everyone mic here. Next question.
I guess you mentioned a little bit about didn't finish the way you guys would have hoped. What are the emotions right now after a tough game last night? I'm sure today you guys probably didn't think you would be here. Can you kind of explain what it's like to experience this right now?
I can answer that too. I was pissed. I wasn't even pissed when we lost, bro. I was upset. I was in deep depression. Because I'm literally watching the first quarter and us getting beat and getting freaking locked up. It sucks. We're one game off of clearing our playoff drought. 10 years without making the playoffs. Now it's 11 years. I'm disappointed. I got to wait a whole another 365 days to see us attempt to make the playoffs.
Fired up. Fired up and fueled to get better as a coach.
I'm ready for the next season at this point.
Fired up and fueled up for our team to just like want to work even harder this summer. If you're not the last team standing, what you did might have been good, but not good enough. I think the goals and the standards around here are really high, and so we want to keep pushing forward. So I'm excited to take a couple days, obviously, to sit back and recharge the battery and reflect on the season. But there will be a ton of film watching and opportunities to try to find ways to get better as a coach and as a team.
I'm not knocking the season, bro. We had a great season.
It's like the next step for him in terms of, obviously he was healthy this year. That was one of the main goals.
Bro, Melo played games. Freaking what, 70 games? First time he played 70 over like 50, 60 games.
He's got to do it again this offseason.
Melo got to turn it up even more.
Elevate everything he did, because what he did was great. 72 games, I believe it is. A ton in a row. He helped us in a lot of different ways. And,
efficiency, baby.
Defensively, the level at which he played consistently was much improved. I think offensively, we saw a ton of big moments from him. And I think that the next step for him
Tuesday was freaking amazing, bro.
To handle physicality. I think that's just a global theme for our team. I have to figure out how to help them in that regard, but then we also have to figure out how do we have, I think, the physical toughness, which is a lot of weight room. And then I think some of it is also just the mental execution of how to best combat it. Like what play do we need to run? How fast do we need to play? What are some of the basketball situations? So a lot of that will fall on Melo because he's one of our primary ball handlers. But then it gets spread around to the whole team too.
Mentioned how this team has gained respect and the public perception around the league has changed, but that also means that you go from a good story to a team with real expectations heading into next year. What's the mindset shift, if there is one, with that expectation coming?
The expectations
is
make
the playoffs, bro.
Internal. It's the ones
get in the playoffs, not the play-in bull crap. Playoffs.
Front office and ownership align on. And that will be our biggest focus, not the outside expectations. But part of what we have to be realizing now is that every game you go play, I'm not saying we snuck up on people this year, but I do think that people were a little bit
people was underestimating us. Exactly.
How much we compete.
Exactly.
And that won't be a surprise next year. And so you are going to get everybody's best effort every night. The league is continuing to get better and better, and so that we have to be ready to combat that as well.
Last offseason at exit interviews, it seemed like the key theme for it was just wanting to see the core healthy for a long period of time.
And
now
guess
that
what?
You've seen that. What's
we
the difference
always healthy
this offseason compared to last?
Same thing. you gotta keep training. You gotta stay healthy. But I also just want us to get better in a lot of different ways. And I think one of the recurring themes that we all talked about when we came up here after a lot of the bigger games was the physicality.
Watch out. I love you, Charles. I want us to fucking stop running fucking plays when the freaking other team is calling them out, bro. I'm literally watching the first quarter. The Magic literally calling out damn near half of the plays, bro. I'm like, yo, what the f is y'all doing?
We have to improve in that area.
Charles, being a part of championship teams as an assistant, perennial playoff teams as an assistant, what did you see these last 3 or 4 months that kind of matched what you saw in the evolution of those teams? And then what do you see as kind of the next step for everybody?
The thing that I was really impressed with was the resiliency of this group. The ability to just keep responding in high pressure situations. The whole end of the year, you're playing for seeding, you're jockeying for positioning, and you're playing the Sixers with a fully healthy roster. You're playing
freaking
on the road
Boston
in Minnesota at Boston, and they're still playing.
Yo, Boston, yo. Y'all played against us with the freaking A team. Then the next game y'all played, I forgot who y'all played. Y'all played spot with the C team. What's up with that, man? We fighting for a play-in spot. Y'all already got the second seed locked. What y'all playing us with the A team for?
Playing for things, and I thought that our group just continued to respond no matter what the situation is. So there was a resiliency, there was a fearlessness and a confidence that I think that all really good teams have, and our group continued to just have this like humble confidence to them throughout the whole season. And I think that we have to bring that same mindset next year, and also just keep getting better.
Coach, in terms of like the growth of the team and where you are on your path to your goal, there's the reality that you didn't make the playoffs this year, but in most seasons, 44 wins is enough to make the playoffs.
It's crazy, bro.
And then since January 1st, your win percentage is more like
44 wins get you in the playoffs, bro. It used to. Now it don't. It
a
don't.
top 6 seed. How do you view this team in terms of where they are on their flight plan towards where you want to go?
Yeah, we have a very exciting, competitive, young group of guys.
I love
that
our team, bro.
think
My boys are
gonna
all
use
young, too.
This whole season as a learning experience and as a springboard in their off-season workouts, a springboard into next season. They understand what is now expected of them. They know what it feels like in crunch time. That's another area where I think that, clutch time games we talked a ton about this year. How do you get better there? And yes, it's some of the physicality, but then it also comes down to the execution. But I think it's a group that they love basketball. They love each other. They enjoy being around each other. They love the process of getting better every day.
Are like brothers.
And so it's a group that I can feel very
Love them boys like they my
optimistic
blood
about going
brothers.
into the future.
Charles, I was curious, as you're going through yesterday and the game's getting away, and I just wonder if you're thinking at some point we could use this. And I know you said physicality, but a particular position, what would have benefited you? I mean, it seems like size was certainly an issue.
Size was a
and
freaking
just
issue.
very
That boy
I mean, it seems
Paulo,
like size
bro.
might have been one of the
I ain't gonna lie, I underestimated Paulo, bro. I actually did underestimate Paulo going into the play-in. This man Paulo is stronger than he looks, bro. I know he's huge, but that dude is stronger than he looks. He got bumpy with Grant. He got bumpy with Miles. I'm like, God, that boy's strong. And I'm over here like Paulo not gonna come out there shooting that jump, bro. I'm seeing TikToks, Twitter posts. Paulo for 3. Oh, I'm thinking he gonna go do that. Clearly not. But shout out to Paulo Ben Carroll. You're a real hooper, bro. I love you.
I think we had everything we needed in that
We had
locker
everything.
room
No.
last night.
Let me answer that, Charles. We had everything, bro. They was just a better team yesterday, bro. Them boys smoked us. They smoked us. They killed us in the paint. They locked us up. They knew every one of the freaking plays we was running. Run a freaking ISO at this point, bro. We're just running freaking ISO. Run a pick and roll.
We didn't execute defensively the way that we needed to.
Who's
understanding
leaving
that
freaking,
the emphasis of that game last
Carter
night was
open?
how do we protect the paint. And
It was,
even
and they
they start
smoked
the
us in the
game,
paint.
their first 10 points, you could say 8 of 10 or 10 of 10 of them were all in the paint, whatever you want to consider Jalen Suggs' pull-up jumper was. But like that can't be the case in a win or go home. And so I don't think it was we needed another player or needed something else. We just needed to be better. Typically we were really good in those moments, and we didn't have our best effort last night. And then offensively, I thought that we were able to create some good shots, but, you credit them. Some of their physicality definitely slowed us
boys
down.
played
with their
decent. I'm not
length,
even mad at it.
deflected passes and caused some turnovers. But overall, I'm not going to let that night last night put a damper on, I think, again, a historic franchise season.
And you talked about, historic season. What Con did this season leading the league in
Con, bro, I
in
love you,
threes.
boy.
wonder if
I
you could
always love you.
address,
Still
his
gonna
season
love
in
you. I don't
general,
care
but
how
also
bad y'all played. I
any
love
reason
y'all.
that you can point to why he maybe
You
struggled
you
in
still
the
my
game in
rookie of the
general?
year. You still my rookie of the year.
We talk about how good the team was, and there were so many individuals that had like career years. For him to do what he did consistently, efficiently, it
real
was really
dog.
impressive for
Real
somebody 20 years
hooper.
old and their
Oh,
first
shoot.
time in the NBA. Some nights getting the best defender on the other team or the best defender in the NBA and still finding ways to impact the game offensively and defensively.
My boy Con can finally
I
get a
look
break,
forward
bro. That
to
boy been playing
a
year
competitor
round.
like him, a killer like him. He won't be happy with I think his last couple weeks from a scoring standpoint, and he's going to get even better. He understands what he means to this team, how much we need him to keep growing. One of the areas I would like to see him grow is just his overall leadership, feeling more comfortable and confident to speak
I like
up
that
in
too. That's a
moments
great-
because
that's a
he
great-
has such a great basketball IQ. We need that communication. Thank you.
No other questions? Cool. Charles, I appreciate you, man. Next up, who's next? Next to the podium. Brandon, come on, let's do it. No cutouts, man. No cutouts. Brandon, what's up?
For you personally, I know last year was really tough with the injury, and then even the start of this season, missing that first month. But I think you played something like close to 60 consecutive games to finish out the year.
Dog, 60
I know
consecutive
the finish
games?
wasn't
That
what you
hard,
guys
bro?
wanted, but just for you personally, how proud are you of the growth and strides, and maybe most importantly, the availability you had this year?
Definitely. That's always the goal is to, be available for, your brothers.
Nah, Brandon, I'm
last year,
proud of
course,
you, bro. Like,
wasn't how I planned it.
last year, the man broke. I think he broke his wrist, or he did something with his wrist that he couldn't play anymore. Man, like torn something or broke something. But you came back and you hoop, bro. You leading the scoring on our team, bro. Jeff, pay the man, bro. Pay the man. Pay Brandon, bro. We need him to stay. Pay the man.
But I think things happen throughout the game. So
Sadly, yep.
Kind of finding other things to do while I'm away from basketball, and I think that's kind of what's got me to this point. Just figuring out more about everybody on the team. I think that's kind of made everybody's bond stronger. So just keeping that mindset.
Playing Uno.
Not making of course keeping the main thing, but finding ways to have fun at basketball while you're not playing basketball. So.
Brandon, it's no question that you could sense a shift this year with this team, just the overall attitude, the overall culture behind it. How much have you seen things change over the course of this season that set this team up on the right path for next season?
Definitely, I think everybody came in this summer with, obviously the same goal.
I don't know how to answer that question.
Only one way to get to that goal is just push each other every day, make each other better. And I think that's what we did, last summer. And I think going into this summer, just having that same mindset, but kind of, ramping it up a little bit more to prepare us for, next season.
A year ago, at interviews, you said that gaining some weight, being more physical.
My boy did gain weight this year too.
In the off season, you were healthy this season, and you did do some of those things. But are there any other things after you take some vacation time, you come back that you want to work on going into next season?
Of course, everybody's going to be in the gym, so just perfecting my craft, doing things I'm good at, build some more muscle mass.
Yep.
Things like that.
Get that midi really knocked down, so folks.
To the basics.
Folks really got to play up on you.
Brandon, from these two play-in tournament games, the win over Miami and the loss yesterday, how will you use those two nights in terms of motivation, what you want to work on, what you want to achieve for next season?
Definitely. We want to be in, that kind of atmosphere during the postseason, every year. So just, playing in those games, gave us the confidence, that we're able to, play with any team on any given night. So, having that is just a confidence booster. So it's good to have games like that.
How much fun did you have playing with this group this year? I mean, you just seemed like you
I
guys
had.
were a group
Let me,
that just
let me,
loved
let me
being
answer.
around.
Let me answer that for you, Brandon. Bro, I had amazing fun watching them boys play this year, bro. It's like It's like playing basketball with your friends, bro. That all can hoop, and oh my goodness, it's just amazing. Or playing any sport with your friends that's good at that sport. It's just so amazing. You got to bond with somebody that you see every day. It's great. It's amazing. I love them boys.
Yeah, I think that's what we built this summer, last summer. Everybody, of course, in the gym. So just, building that love, that bond to help us throughout the season. Of course, it's always going to be fun, when you're winning. Even when the tough moments, we find our ways, to talk to our brothers and just, make fun out of it.
Pat said as a follow-up, he said that, this is team everybody plays for each other, and that can be a rarity in the NBA. Do you guys realize when it's happening how odd of a situation
We didn't even get to the Pat Connaughton interview yet.
Something special?
I wouldn't say odd. I think in the past it's always been, health injuries, so just being available this year, I think that kind of, of course helped us out, added some new pieces. So just, things like that are just being available to help, our others, just be there for them. I think that's what makes the game fun.
Charles was in here and mentioned being more physical, how that's going to be something you have to work on, I guess, this off season and improve for next year. How do you think you guys can go about doing that, and what about the importance of that to be able to get over the hump next year and get to the playoffs?
We're gonna get a Kobe White interview.
The film of
We'll see.
Past Orlando game. The physicality is gonna, of course, go up by a ton. So just preparing ourselves and our bodies more for that kind of physicality and atmosphere for the postseason. So just I think our preparation starts now, and that's how it's going.
And Pat Connaughton mentioned a few minutes ago about teams don't want to see you guys, whereas before maybe that was a little bit different.
They don't.
Did you sense that, and how do you guys keep that same feeling going next season?
Definitely. I would be one of the teams that wouldn't want to see us either. I believe we're a dangerous team. We have a lot of pieces.
We some dogs. That's what we is,
of course,
Brandon.
create. But we also have a lot of pieces that do, the small things. Talk, communication. Rebounding, whatever the case may be.
Ryan.
So I think just
Grand
having
Will.
that confidence going into next season.
Twin.
Of just doing the same thing, but ramping it up a little bit more, of course.
Right. Oh, I said Ryan.
Preparing now.
Brandon, Charles said that you guys changed the narrative of Hornets basketball. What did you change it to, and why was that important to you guys?
We wanted more of a winning culture, of course.
Of course.
The game of basketball is not fun when you're losing, so
it's not at all, bro. Especially seeing your team lose. But
more of a winning team.
We on to the next one.
Of course, last season wasn't how we wanted it to be, but I think we've gotten better. I think that goes back to the summer and just how we prepare ourselves.
You mentioned just doing things away from basketball to help you enjoy life and basketball more. What kind of things did you find that you enjoyed, and how did that help you?
Hold on. Before we get to you cooking. Hold on, Brandon.
What kind of things did you find that you enjoyed, and how did that help you?
I tried cooking. That's about it.
What you be cooking, Brandon?
I think the other thing I was doing was just watching and studying a lot of film with, of course, other players. Just kind of building their bonds, seeing what they see, stuff that I don't see, or if I see some small things, I'll put my input on it. But nothing really crazy. I just, I'm a regular guy. I don't cook too much.
Brandon.
Might be a good meal.
I thought you were like me, Brandon.
Any hits there? Any wins?
No, I made a steak, so I might have a good steak dinner.
You better than me, my boy. You better than me. You better than me. 'Cause I don't cook steak. 'Cause I can't cook steak to my temperature that I like. Medium rare, medium. I like it. If I'm going to Roof Chris, bro, give me my shit medium rare. 'Cause y'all be overcooking my steak crazy, bro. I ask for medium. as for this was before I was a medium rare type of guy. I said, bro, let me get a steak medium. Them fools bought me my steak well done. I said, bro, ain't no way. But Trey Man be fishing, bro. I follow Trey Man on TikTok. He be fishing.
No.
Brandon, is there anything you can draw on from your own experience when you talked to Khan? Because Khan had such a great year, but then the last 10 games numbers went down. You've been in the league several years now. What would you tell him?
Tell him keep hooping, bro.
With the last
Khan,
2 games.
bro, Khan, bro. Let me. This is my message to you, Khan, bro. Bro, forget those 2 games, bro. Everyone's not gonna have a great game. I know you probably could have had an impact by hitting your shots more, but bro, come on, everybody has a bad game. We go on to the next one, man. Even though there's not a next one, bro, we're on to the next one. Let's go to training camp, practice, man. Matter of fact, go get you some vacation, bro. We're gonna go kick it, have a vacation, sit back, relax, little team bonding experience. Then we back in the lab, bro. Then we back the next season. Then when we come to next season, my boy, we gonna hoop. And ain't no play-in for us, my boy. You gonna come to the playoffs and you gonna be knocking down every single shot. That's my message to you, Con. You hoop. You my rookie of the year, dude. Don't worry about these folks talking about you not rookie of the year or you didn't hit your shots. Bro, who cares, bro? We on to the next one, bro. The shit, it behind us now, bro. I love you.
I think he's also human. I think people have to, understand that.
Bro, I know you human, Con, bro. I love you, bro. We on to the next one, man.
Every shot they put up. I think he still found ways to, impact the game.
Man, matter of fact, Brandon, talk to him, Brandon. This man wasn't hitting his shots, but this man was playing defense, bro. He was seeing the court. He was helping out. He was facilitating. This man was playing basketball. Who cares if he's not hitting his shot? He makes his impact somewhere else.
Play defense. He's guarding the best, the best guy on the other team.
Literally.
It's just not about him making, threes or him scoring. I think it's about, how you impact the game without the basketball.
Literally.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Brandon. All right, who next? Next. Con, my boy. My boy, I was literally just talking about you, Con.
What have you liked most about being on this team since you got drafted?
Let me hear what you like the most about being in Charlotte,
just
baby.
The camaraderie, the locker room, the plane rides,
the environment.
I mean, I feel like that's most people, obviously see the basketball and, we had fun. We had fun out there too, but I think
we had amazing time out
behind the scenes, just being able to hang out with each other. I think that was, the most fun.
For a rookie to come into the NBA and make an impact, how important do you think it is to have the right situation on and off the court with their teammates? Because it seems like that's what you guys had.
Yeah, I think it's very important. There's a level of comfortability that, I had early on just with the people. And credit to them, we have a lot of great people in this building. So I think
shout out.
I think that was probably the biggest factor.
Bro, I forgot.
For you, the last
man, shout out to Eric and Dale.
Even though you
every time they mention somebody in the facility, I'm gonna give a shout out to somebody in the facility.
Not falling the way you want to. So I'm just wondering. I know it's a big part of your game, not your entire game, but when your shot's not falling the way you wanted to, just how did that make you feel last couple of weeks here?
I ain't gonna cap, Con. You look kind of scary, bro. When you locked in like that, you kind of scary.
Was reason for it because obviously you played 81 games.
You gotta fix, bro, Con, bro. You gotta fix your face, my boy. I be doing that too. Well, I be. Let me see if I can do it. Hold on. I can't do it. I can't. When I'm forcing myself to do it, I can't do it. But, bro, you scaring folks, bro. You scaring a reporter.
Playing games, I'm sure it's gotta be a little bit fatigued there, I'm assuming. Even though you probably wouldn't want to use the excuse.
Yeah.
Bro, Con. Bro, I know you've been playing year round, bro. Folks don't know you've been playing year round. You just came out of March Madness. You got drafted, went straight to the Summer League, won the Summer League, went straight to the NBA season. Now we in the play-in. Bro, you literally played year-round basketball. I know you tired. I know you fatigued. I know you need a break, bro. These other folks don't know that.
No excuses. I just didn't make a lot of shots. And,
I'm making an excuse, bro.
Shot really well.
I
throughout
know
the
you.
year,
I
and
know you've been
just
playing
got to
year
the
round,
last,
dude.
Week of the season, the last 2 weeks of the season, just didn't shoot it great. It's sometimes how it rolls. And obviously, there are some big games, and you want to be able to shoot it well, and you want to have your best stuff, and just didn't have it. And so, it's frustrating. It is a long season. It's my first time doing it, so
Literally,
some of that.
He's been playing year round.
Learning experience, just how to keep yourself fresh, because these seasons are long, and it's been really long. Like I haven't had any off time since last college season, and so,
Didn't I just say that? Didn't I just say that?
So,
Come on, bro. I know you. I know it. These other folks don't know it.
I'm looking forward to some rest.
Give my boy
That's
some
something I
rest,
think
bro.
about for sure.
Yo. Take my boy and his family out of Milwaukee. I mean, not Milwaukee, Wisconsin. My bad. Take my boy and family out of Wisconsin and let's go on a vacation, bro. Go on a cruise. Go do something in I don't know. Man, bump Cancun, bro. We ain't going to Cancun. Where we going, bro? Let's go I don't know. Y'all figure somewhere else to go.
Going forward is just what are the best ways to, manage that and, come out ready to go next year.
Then Coach mentioned he wants to see a little bit, I guess, be a little more vocal next year, a little more. What about that? Have you talked about that? How do you go about doing that? Obviously, a rookie is probably tough, but second-year player, how do you go about asserting yourself a little bit more vocally?
Yeah, I think that definitely is an area of improvement. As a rookie, you're kind of just trying to figure it out, and so that's hard to do. But he made it like every time I had something to say, he would text me and say like that. It was great to have you talking. We need your voice, and so I think that that'll definitely be an area of emphasis, just coming in next year and being more vocal.
Con, what other areas? I mean, after a great rookie season, led the league in threes. What do you look at when you do a little self-evaluation?
Oh wait,
that
let
might help you
me do a
next season and
self-evaluation.
moving forward in your career. What things you want to work on this off?
For Con, what's my self-evaluation for Con? I think Con. Yeah, speaking out more for sure on defense. Speaking out anytime, just speaking out anytime. He can shoot. I ain't got no problem with Con shooting the ball. I don't care if you miss 30. I don't care if you miss 10 shots, bro. Keep shooting that thing. I don't care. What else I say? Con can do better. You already play defense, bro. You go after the best ball handler on the opposite team. I'm perfectly fine with that. I would say I don't know. I don't know what Con can work on. I don't know what y'all think Con can work on. I don't know. I ain't got nothing for Con to work on besides speaking up, being a voice.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna see. We have a player development meeting here soon, but
I don't need you to facilitate. We got people for that.
I think for me, getting stronger.
Get stronger for sure.
Some of these big time games, the physicality really ramped up.
It do get bumpy, especially against Orlando.
And so
Orlando
being
got
able to handle that and just,
hold on, Con. Orlando, bro, I did not realize how freaking strong Anthony Black was, bro. Anthony Black is strong. This man was punking us, bro. You a real hooper, Anthony. You a real hooper.
it out as well. I think that'll be big, and then just being more dynamic with the ball. I think that'll be something that I for sure can get better on.
Oh, hold on. I gotta. I like.
I'll always try to get a little quicker.
Yeah.
Squeeze every bit of athleticism I can.
I like the ball dynamic and drawing fouls, my boy. You can draw some fouls. You get bumpy with somebody smaller than you that's a shooting guard. You draw the foul on them. Take them to the hole and draw a foul.
Two quick things. First, as a short one, I'll just ask them one at a time. But are you sticking around Charlotte in the foreseeable future, or will you go back home to Wisconsin, or where do you anticipate being?
Yeah, I'll go back home for a little bit. I need to go home. just get my mind away from
Oh,
hoops for a little bit. Get a little
hold
reset.
on. Scary.
But then we'll be.
Hey, yo, reporter, you scared me for a second, bro. I thought this question was, are you leaving Charlotte after your rookie season? Please, Con.
Back here a ton. So I know most of the guys live here, so we'll be back here working out and getting ready to go for next season. But it'll all split time.
Thank you. And the other one is, I'm sure you were thrilled that you guys won that game earlier this week, but also you set
we
out
was lit.
all the key moments in
my
the
bad.
overtime.
We was lit.
I just wondered
We was lit.
what your
Who the hell was that?
I just wondered what your
Who the hell was that?
So, you know where I'm going. Go ahead.
What was it?
I don't know what the question was.
Your feelings sort of about y'all getting that huge win, but then you weren't on the court.
Yep.
I'm sure like you would have wanted to be.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Man, who cares if he wasn't on the court? We won.
it's great to get the win. You know, we want to see another game, and obviously it's winner go home situation. But it is frustrating to not be in the court at the end of the game. That sucks. You know, you want to be out there for your team. But
We won at the end of the
you know,
day.
it wasn't the right move. You know, I wasn't playing well. So we had the right guys out there, and we won the game.
In the offseason, you see people like Jaden McDaniels get in the gym with Kawhi Leonard or Giannis going in with someone else. I'm curious to hear from your perspective. I know you're a big fan of Chris Middleton. Are there some players around the league, past or present, that you'd love to kind of pick their brain in the offseason and maybe get a workout with them?
Yeah, we talked about that with obviously a lot of our staff knows Chris. So getting down, I think he works on Charleston in the offseason. So there's talk about going down there for a couple of days.
The best shooters.
Who work out in Charleston?
So getting down, I think he works on Charleston. A lot of our
maybe get a workout with them.
Yeah, we talked about that with obviously a lot of our staff knows Chris. So
Chris
getting
Middleton work
down,
out
I
in
think he
Charleston?
works on Charleston in the offseason. So there's talk
What
about
Chris
going down
Middleton
there
got going on in
for a couple of
Charleston?
days.
The best shooters in NBA history, they seem like they're creatures of routine, whether that's J.J. Redick or Ray Allen or Kyle Korver.
Yo, Chris Middleton's from Charleston, South Carolina. I did not know that. I did not know that at all. Lil Mari, you knew that?
Take your pick. What is your
Hey, hide it,
routine
this joint.
as an elite shooter as well? Do you kind of have something that's rigid that you stick to day in and day out?
No, I'm pretty fluid with what I like to do. I like to mix it up, keep it fresh.
Tight, me
I
too.
like to, you know, there's a certain amount of like looks that are in shots that you just want to get just for a rhythm perspective. But we'll see if there's something like this will be my first full off season in the NBA, so we'll see if we want to do something that's really regimented. And I know it's a time of learning still for me, so I'll figure it out and whatever I like to do.
Appreciate it. Next, Pat. Hold on, bro. We're not ready for you yet, Pat. Mouse, come on.
Miles, I know it wasn't the finish
RTB.
this team was hoping for last night in Orlando. Assume it's still pretty fresh, but what do you take away from this team and this season, especially with where you guys were in the middle of January to where you finished? How much hope and promises it give, even in spite of kind of the way things went down last night?
I mean, we went from 19 wins to 44 wins.
Yep, we sure did.
That's a
huge jump.
turnaround in itself. But at the same time, we didn't want to go out like that. Considering the fact that
not at all, not at all.
Previous playing games, we went out bad too. So it's tough, and we're still sitting on it. But that's something that we got to improve next year. Our physicality.
We gotta get bumpy.
Yeah, it's tough, but besides that, I had a great year with all my guys, and it was a very fun season.
Miles, people can talk about culture and they can give you a lot of lip service around it, but what you guys were able to do, we could feel it as fans, as people following the team, and we know that you guys felt it. How much did you really see things shift over the course of this year and where things stand with the culture for this Hornets team and what your own expectations are?
Yeah, it definitely shifted. Not even just for the fans believing in us, we believed in ourselves. And like past years, we'll come into games like, this might be a tough one, y'all, this or that. But this year, we're coming into games thinking like, we about to beat this
we
team.
about to whoop this team.
We're about to go
I
on
thought
a
for
streak. We could get these few games.
every game, bro. I feel like we could beat any team, bro. When we smoked the Thunder, bro, I'm like, bro, we could beat any team. But clearly, we can't beat any team. We just had one bad game, bro. We gonna be back next year, bro. We gonna be back next year, bro. Trust me.
Go on the streak. So, it was a different tone for us and a different belief for us, too.
Yeah, to pick up on that, Coach was here. You mentioned that I guess it's a little bit of a standard being set by you guys now in terms of just things are changing. The standard's being set now. So how do you go about making sure you don't follow that standard now and keep elevating in that regard?
Just keep getting better, just keep getting better as a team, physically, mentally. I feel like the mental
sure.
is more important than the physical.
For sure.
Like limiting turnovers,
For
communicating on defense, and all the little things. We know what it takes to win in this league now. So we just want to keep on getting better and stacking days.
You mentioned the physical. That was something Charles also talked about as trying to improve upon next year. So you mentioned physical and mental. How do you balance? You said mental's maybe even more important. How do you balance the physical part being also very important, but also make sure the mental part is also taken care of as well?
I mean, physical part is getting in the weight room and having the mindset to be physical from the jump.
For real.
That should be our whole mindset next year, just being one of the most physical teams in the NBA. Because, once that start happening and causes start, going our way, you notice the teams that are most physical in the league, the cause definitely go their way.
You see Mal smirking, right? You see him smirking, right? You see him smirking, right? Tuesday was not a home game for us, bro. With the referees, that was not a home game for us. Miami was getting every call. We wasn't getting no calls. Yesterday. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday. Orlando getting damn near every call. It's a home game for Orlando. We ain't getting nothing.
The mental spot is just, just us learning the game more. Certain situations, can we get a good shot right here? Knowing people's tendencies, offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding, like just the little stuff.
We get
like
bumpy
that.
in offensive
we
boards.
Continue to get better at that, and that comes with watching film. It's to really studying the game.
You mentioned in the past how there are some times where you'd say, oh man, this might be a tough matchup tonight. On the flip side, there must have been teams thinking, hey, this might be more of an easy win tonight against the Hornets. That's also changed though. Pat just walked up here and said that, teams don't want to see the Hornets going forward. Are you guys ready for that shift of teams saying, okay, and the Hornets to, oh no, now we're playing the Hornets?
Yeah, we're ready for that. We start seeing that towards the end of the year. Guys gearing up for the playoffs, playing all their guys against us, and then sitting there.
Boston playing I literally just said this earlier. Boston playing their freaking A team against us, then decide to play their freaking C team the next day. What's up with that?
Guys against other people, but that's what comes with being in the NBA when you're hunting people and you become the hunted right after. So I mean that's something that we want for sure. It comes with being a competitive team, getting everybody's best shot, and we want to be that team in the NBA, and I think ready for teams' best shots.
Miles, you've played for several coaches now in the NBA. How does playing for Charles Lee compared to some of those other coaches?
Let me see if I can name all the coaches. Steve Clifford, James Borrego. Dang. Charles Lee. I'm forgetting somebody. There's a fourth coach. I'm forgetting. Oh, well. I'm going to look it up.
You played for?
Yeah, I mean, he's great. He's more energetic than the rest of the coaches I had. Cliff is old. I love Cliff.
Bump Steve, Cliff.
James Borrego was in his first year, so it's kind of
That was
I don't
it.
know, it's kind of tough to compare them, but at the same time, Charles Lee just brings a different
Cliff
type of
and
energy.
Borrego.
You know, a lot more team dinners, a lot more team stuff going on. He's just, you know, a family and team first person, and I feel like that's what separates Charles from everybody else.
Coming into this
Yeah.
season, you told us that
Cliff,
you were
Borrego,
entering in
Charles.
the best shape of your life. What does this offseason look for you? How excited
I was
are you
thinking
to
of
go on
Mike
vacation, take some
Dunlap.
time for
Man, I was
yourself,
wasn't here
but
when
then
Mike
come back
Dunlap
full
was
steam
here.
ahead?
Yeah, I mean, even though I did say that last year, when I think about it, I could have been in better shape, you know, this season. So, you know, focusing even more on my diet, try to come in more slimmer, and
That
just
boy
living in
Mounds
the
did
weight
get
room
big.
this summer, just to prepare for the physicality of next year.
But he
Because,
got
you know, I'm going to be the
big.
leader of the team, and I'm going to be the one that has to bring it every night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And if I do that, then I know my teammates will follow suit. So
Yes, sir. I
know,
love that. I
just-
love that
just staying in the
mentality.
weight room,
Hive mentality. That's what we call it.
and focusing on my conditioning too.
Miles, what will you tell Con? You're a veteran on this team. He struggled a little bit the last 10 or 12 games of the year.
I already told you what I told Con.
From your
I
perspective,
ain't gotta tell you again.
what was that due to, and what will you tell him going forward?
I mean, like I said before, I'm really not worried about Khan because, you know, he's strong mentally. He's a Midwest kid like myself. But, you know, it's tough for rookies. You know, we tend to forget they go straight from the college season to,
Exactly.
you know, draft
Hold on, bro. I'm getting a phone
workouts
call.
to summer
All right, we back.
league to preseason to regular season. That's tough, you know, on
Exactly.
19, 20-year-olds. So, you know, I feel for Khan, but at the same time, he had a great season. He had a great season. We can't take that away from him. I personally think he's the rookie of the year still.
He's my rookie of the year.
Everybody hits that rookie wall. And, you know, but Khan's been great for us, and he helped create that culture change for us. So Khan had a great season. I don't have any bad words for him.
Con had an amazing season. All right, next. Pat, I don't know if I'm going to watch 15 minutes. I ain't going to lie to you. I ain't going to lie to you, Con. I don't know if I'm going to watch. I say Con, Pat, I don't know if I'm going to watch 15 minutes.
Grant, I'm sure
Grand Wheel.
where you are now compared to a year ago.
Talk to me, man. What's up?
Much better spirits, getting to come back from the injury and play as well as you did. Just
Grant tore his
what did you
ACL,
learn
and he back.
now that this season is over? What did you learn about yourself, your career, personal, professional, that maybe you didn't recognize a year ago when you were still going through the rehab process?
I think that the biggest thing that I learned was just commitment to not just being a person that's relied upon, but also just understanding that to not put too much weight on everything. I was a person, I think, when I was younger that truly, like, allowed my mind to kind of change and teeter. But now I think that I've been more solid and consistent, but also from a approach, you know, now just coming in every single day. The diet, the maintaining the mental focus to lead, not always speaking up, picking and choosing when to speak.
You
Those
gotta
are the
speak up
biggest
all the
things,
time,
and
my
then,
boy.
Still
It's one of
continue
the
to learn,
vets.
because coming back from injury, you know, there's still things that, you know, you still got to be better at. And that's what I'll hopefully go into the offseason and learn, and to continue to be aggressive, to be a guy that can help this roster continue to improve.
Grant, there's one thing to say that a culture is going to change, but it's another to see it in action. And I think we saw that in action throughout this season, throughout the off season.
Culture did
Did
change,
you guys
bro.
feel that?
Got way
and what do you
better.
think the key
It's
to
amazing.
that was for you guys to get to the point that you're at now?
Yeah, the key to that is just continuing to focus on the day that's in front of us, not looking too far ahead, focus on the daily improvement that we always preach about, and trying to bring the most out of each other. And that looks different for every single person. And I think that us spending time with one another, us being here each offseason and committing to building this organization, not from just the franchise perspective, but in the community, on the floor, and just seeing each other's work ethics. I think that it's tremendously valuable. And I think that this group saw that from the beginning. I think that if we continue that same effort and that same mentality, we have
Man,
a lot
bro,
of great success.
move that mentality to next year, bro.
I'm going back a week
GG.
here, but in the New York Knicks game,
Top 3 seed.
to end the third quarter, Con Knipple gets a block. He gets the rebound on it to end the third, and instead of advancing the ball, you say, hey, calm down. You put one finger up, meaning last possession, let's get one more shot, and Ryan Kalkbrenner and one. Charles always talks about situational awareness and game management. I'm wondering, when did that click for you when you were in the league, when you stopped going for, let me play fast all the time, and now let me kind of understand what and when I should be going my fullest?
I think it just comes with experience, but also just, you know,
paying attention to the game. You know, I always look to the greats of it. You know, you look at LeBrons, the Chris Pauls, the Rondos, like people like that who always thought the game ahead. Sometimes that can be an issue, but I think that as I've gotten better at it, just understanding time and moment, but also pace of the game and how teams are going on runs and situational awareness of late game situations. I think that situation like that, just understanding the value of having that last shot, the value of making sure the other team doesn't have any momentum going into that next quarter. I think that it really comes with just the focus of basketball, you know, making sure that basketball is your main focus. And I remember Chris Paul talked about 3 for 2s, you know, 2 for 2 versus 2 for 1. Like, those are things that you pay attention to,
I didn't even
especially
think
when
about
other
that.
guys say it. If you have the respective, if you respect your peers around you, you listen to them. And I think that as we continue to build, as we continue to grow, we'll start to be more and more aware and also more and more committed to understanding that whether it's a run, whether it's things that are happening around us, how can we control what we can control and make do with what we can.
Grant, what did you see development-wise from LaMelo this year from last year? And obviously played a lot more games, which is helpful. What did you see in his development?
Leadership, bro.
Was a person that was very secure, but also really did a
Leadership.
phenomenal job
That's
of
what I heard from that boy.
setting his
Seen from
teammates
that
up
boy.
and playing pace. And I think that his ability to score is one of his better things, but at the same time, the best thing he does is play make and get the ball ahead, and he did a phenomenal job of that this
He
year.
led our
His focus
he led
on
the team in
making
assists
sure
like
not
at
just
7.
he was successful, but everyone around him was successful, as well as his defensive commitment. I think that's the number one thing that I can look to that he improved on the most. And he changed not only the reputation of himself, but also how people perceive him. And I'm thankful to have played with him and see his development because people always talked about his maturity. And as we see this year, he's gotten better and better. And I think he'll continue to improve with that as well.
Sure has.
Thank
Grant,
you.
appreciate you, man. Next. Pat, I don't know if I'm gonna do 15 minutes, Pat. Yo, Moose, why the heck is wait, Moose, what the? Come on, Moose.
Moose, in both your years,
Why you got your jerseys
here
right there,
with the
Moose?
organization, took a big step last year. You obviously took another big step this year. What do you think has kind of been the common denominator in the progress you've been able to make in the 2 seasons since you arrived in Charlotte?
Credit to the organization first. I think that they've done a great job just giving me a chance. I think also just helping me in getting better. But I also
course, Moose,
just
that's
give
our
credit to
job,
my
man.
summers. It's been a huge part of what I've done. Put a lot of intent behind it, a lot of purpose behind it, and I mean I say my summers for sure.
Musa, you were listed as questionable. You got upgraded and you played yesterday. I'm curious, when did
Yeah.
that injury occur and how do you feel right now?
Yeah, how do you feel right now, Moose?
Yeah, it happened during the Heat game. I don't remember exactly what time it was, but just the wrong turn. Got my hip popping or whatever, but it is what it is. I mean, it was hurting a little bit, but there's no excuses about it. Either way, I was gonna play, so it wasn't.
I
it was
love
no-
that.
no way
I
I
love
wasn't
the
gonna play.
mentality, my
So,
boy.
Yeah, I mean, this pain, but I'm still figuring it out. But yeah, he's going towards he's going great.
2 years ago, you went from maybe not being underrated, but to this year, everyone in the scouting report knows we have to stop this guy on the boards, and you were still able to impose your will. How do you
My boy
plan on
Moose get
building
bumpy.
off of that going into next season?
A lot actually. I think that this it's only the beginning. I very much just see it this way. Obviously, I need to get stronger. There's a lot of things that I need to do better. But I'm
see
very
what Moose said.
hopeful and confident in what in my abilities
Where you came
and what
from?
I can do,
Branch?
especially now after this year. Just like I said, for me, it's all about steps, right? You don't
You
want to
playing in
skip
Michigan?
steps. So last year was trying to figure out a
Niggas
way
on
to
two-way.
make the team kinda
Oh, you came from
and
the
then this year,
Clippers.
be able to, impact and be impactful and be a winning player, It's and lead at what I do, right? And I'm not trying to, give me my own flowers, but I felt like I was able to, do a pretty good job at that. So now, it's definitely, trying to add more, get stronger,
Cool.
be more,
Do
do
my
a better
little
job
homework on
offensively,
Musa.
my understanding of the game, just different things like that. But definitely not skip steps and, just keep on getting better.
Musa, you talked about steps being important. what was the most important step that this team took together this season, and what's the most important step they're going to need to take next season?
Man,
I don't even know, bro.
Sticking to the process. I think that's the most important one.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
like that.
said,
Good answer.
every great thing takes time. I think that a lot of times we get confused and we
Yo,
always think that like
Moose went to Michigan and
this
Mouse
one thing
played
that
at
just
Michigan
happened and made
State.
it, you know,
We got
happen, right?
a
Like
rivalry in the
like,
locker room.
oh yeah, what is the reason why y'all started playing so well all of a sudden? It's like it wasn't really all of a sudden, you know. It started all the way from last year, you know. Coach Lee coming in, trying to instill this idea, this whole mantra. Is that the right word? Mantra? Yeah, this whole mantra about
I don't even know what that
what
word
he wanted
means.
and how he wanted us to play.
That's like Moose
He
smarter
started
than
from
me.
there, and you know, people not seeing it, but as players, we see that. Like, for me, it started from all the way from there. So it's a process, and it's gonna take time. But it's been great. This year has been great, and I just think that next year at least, you know, obviously there's points that we need to tackle. From being physical, you know, being
Yeah, we
more
gotta get bumpy more
be
often.
smarter in tough games, when the games is getting close, and especially when we play against great teams. You know, I think that's the main thing. Obviously, we can blow teams out, but what happens when it's a close game? Obviously, we did it against Miami, but let's be more consistent.
Exactly.
I think those are the things, but I mean, it's been great, and I'm very confident that, you know, we have everything we need.
Said a few games back, I think it was last month, when you guys won at one point, that the Hornets are here, that you guys are here, basically. Just wondering, when you look back upon that and just the season you guys have had, what do you think about even that comment that you made about the Hornets are here? How you guys make sure that you guys still stay here and arrive next year on top of that?
Man, I mean, just staying consistent. I think that, like I said, we always make jumps, but it's all about, you know, not skipping steps. I think that's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. We can say as much as we want, but, you know, we got to tackle it one by one. Right now, what's going to be the main focus? You know, obviously get your recovery, but this summer, what you're going to do during the summer is going to be very important, super important. And then from there, we're taking it day by day, right? So that's how I see it. And I just think that, you know, everybody's on the same boat on that. Just understanding that, you know, this summer, let's focus on what we need to get better at.
Let's do it. I love it.
To be able to sacrifice for the team. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. And with that in mind, I think that it's gonna be perfect.
So in terms of the numbers, everybody looks at the rebounding, but it looked like your passing took a big jump this year as well. How much of that was just the scouting report open up, and how much of that was something that you tried to focus on throughout the season?
Man, I mean, really, I think it just comes down to, you know, the plays that we run. Just understanding, okay, cool. Somebody set a screen. Sometimes there's a lot of times where they don't switch, depending on what the matchup is, who we playing, and how they play defense. So really, just watching film, really, that's really what it comes down to for me. And after that, most of the time, it really just kicks out for like offensive rebounds. So it's like, oh yeah, I'm getting a quick assist off a handoff or something. You know, thanks to, you know, Con, Melo, and Brandon. Just, you know, being able to shoot it so quickly off a pocket. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's really what it is.
Musa, there's five, maybe 10 guys in the league that when they check into a game, the entire crowd has a chant or they say something loose in terms of you. What's that been like this season with the fan base of Charlotte and being able to almost feed off of their energy as well in these games?
Right. It's been great. It's been amazing.
Funny
enough is because I remember literally when I was little, I want to say that was my first year, I think, my first year in the NBA. I was talking to one of my college teammates, and I was like, yo, that would be crazy if one day, because that's where it started the whole Moose thing, right? And so I was telling him, like, that would be crazy if, like, one day I just come into an NBA game, I check into an NBA game, and it's like the whole arena just chant my name, you know? And literally the same way. So sometimes I be thinking about it. I be like, you know, how it's funny how life works.
I don't be chanting.
But you know, it's only the beginning.
Noises.
Hopefully, it's gonna happen a lot more. And I'll make sure to work
we love
for
you,
that.
Moose. You're gonna have it more often. All right, next, Pat. I love you, bro. I love you, but I can't do 15 minutes, Pat. I can't do 15 minutes. LaMelo. Hold on. Before we even get Melo, we got anyone else before we get Melo? I'm pretty sure everyone. Yeah, we're done. You're done. All right, Melo. What's up, man?
Well, I know.
Hey, I'm about to call some LaFrance stuff too, my boy. I'm about to copy it.
last night didn't go the way you guys were hoping it did, but now that you're a little bit removed from it, what do you look at in terms of this season where this team really came together, where you guys made the most growth?
I'm going to say just having that bad record in the beginning and then everybody just banding
Everybody
together
turned
and
up.
improving it.
Yep.
And making it like, what was it, 44 wins or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you could have just gave up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Rock with it.
that was what I was happy about.
You personally played 72 games. I think it's tied for the most in your career.
It's
most in
tied.
your career. What do you think for you was the key to being
Tied
as
with
available
what
as
year?
you were this year after dealing with some injuries the past few years?
I mean, just staying on it for real. Weight room, treatment, just doing the whole nine. So I feel like
Love it.
that's what helped.
LaMelo, there's a lot made in the NBA about culture.
Oh, he
and
played
things like that
75
on
games in
teams. We've seen
2021.
the culture of this team shift. How much has that been important for this team to see that culture shift this last year or 2 years?
Yeah, I feel like it was just real important. Just find the identity and what you're gonna be about, play
My
about,
boy
all
been
that
in
type of stuff.
the league for 6 years.
So yeah, I feel like it helped.
How much fun do you have playing with this group of guys there on the court? It seemed pretty evident this season as well.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Great group of guys. I love them all. But anytime just playing basketball, doing what I love, it's a blessing.
How much does it kind of pain you guys to be here right now, not be still playing, and how do you use that fuel to kind of help you move forward for next season?
Yeah, what you just said. I mean, it hurt. So obviously just use all that fuel for the off season, all your
Go back to it
workouts,
next season for sure.
extra rep, whatever you're looking at, and just remember, should be better for next year.
And then Coach mentioned being more physical as a team next year, handling physicality. How do you guys go about doing that? He also mentioned you as well, I guess, doing a little bit more stuff in the weight room and trying to figure out how to do things. How do you personally also figure out how to become more physical out there so it helps the team out?
Yeah, all that stuff. I mean, weight room, all that, but just knowing how to use your body the right way and the movement on the court, you know what I'm saying? Using other people's physicality against them and just being more physical.
LaMelo, in terms of the growth from last year to this year, going from 19 wins to 44, while playing a ton of rookies, a lot of minutes, more often than not, this win total is enough to get in the playoffs. Do you view this team as on a certain level that maybe is ahead of what you were able to achieve in terms of making the playoffs, or how do you view the path towards what you want to be in the future?
I think the path's going the right way. I mean, like you said, before we wasn't winning a lot. This year it got a little better. Hopefully next year, not even a play-in, I feel like. So just got to keep doing the right things. But big summer, I feel like we all got to be in here just working and trying to get better.
In Brandon's rookie year, you weren't able to share the court with him that often. In his second year, he wasn't able to share the court with you that often. But in year 3, you guys were able to build a lot of time and chemistry together on the court. How have you seen your two connection on the court, the lobs, the passes for 3 grow over time?
Yeah, I mean, Brandon, great player. Definitely
Brandon's
need him.
amazing.
I mean, you know what type of player I am. I know what type of player he
Melo's
is.
amazing
we
too.
work
The
well
whole
off each other.
squad's
So,
amazing.
I
Yo,
mean,
we ain't got a
talk with
Kobe
each
White
other,
exit
just
interview? Maybe
saying we got to be out there together.
This,
We're both trying to play 75 plus next
his
year.
first
Just
year? Okay. He
as
wasn't
much
here for the
games
entire
as
year,
we out
I
there,
guess.
we feel better, you know.
Melo, I know it's just fresh, but I mean, what did you
Man, bro, if you ask him about that Bam crap, bro, I'm going to flip out.
walk away from yesterday's game thinking, like, we got to do this better. We got to get better at this. Like, I mean, obviously,
Just being aggressive for real. I mean, and just knowing what to do, what we want to do, and not letting people just punk us around and push us. For
Exactly, bro. Magic was literally punking us around the entire game, entire first quarter.
For real, like that team, I feel like we was beating all season by like some good points. So obviously, you keep beating a team, they gonna come in ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I feel like
we weren't ready, Sad. Yep.
How do you guys go about making sure, as you mentioned, that games like that you learn from, so you are ready next year when you
remember that feeling. And you shouldn't even have to. You just be ready.
Kobe White interview. They freaking posted it an hour late after Melo. So, what's up, Kobe?
Kobe, I know when you got traded here, it was a little bit of a whirlwind. You're kind of going through an injury. You're coming to your home state. It took you a little while to
Welcome
kind of
home, Kobe. Welcome
get your
home.
feet underneath you, per se. But just what was it like these last 2 months playing for this team and being part of this run that it went on to close out the season?
I loved every minute of it. Like I said,
Oh, you loved it. You know, Kobe's
things started
saying
going a lot differently when I first got here, with the injury and everything.
For sure.
So
He
I'm
could've.
just
But
like I said, grateful for the organization.
It is
grateful
what it
for the front
is.
office. For still taking a chance on me when it could have went a different way. So
Nah, we love you, boy.
I loved every minute of it. Getting to know the coaching staff, getting to know the front office, getting to know my teammates, getting to play in Spectrum Center. These obviously I have memories that last forever. But I'm super grateful. Ultimate gratitude for allowing me to come back home, and I don't know, when I got here it just felt right. So
Felt like home.
I don't know. Like I said, I got faith in the Lord, and I think it was all part of His plan for me to be here at this moment.
Yeah, love it.
Kobe, we know that you grew up here, so you got to see the
Please
Charlotte
stay.
teams play, so maybe this is a little bit skewed, but I'm just wondering, what was your perception of the organization when you first got here or found out you were coming here, and how did that maybe perception change you saw throughout the second half of the season, how the team evolved and continued to bond on the court?
Well, I didn't have too much, because being in Chicago, I knew that they had changed, like, the ownership and front office.
We changed ownership. We cleared
2 years ago.
everybody.
Or a
Everybody
year
got
ago,
out of here.
But I knew when I got traded, my agents said that I would love the coaching staff and I would love the front office. And I trust them.
I love
So I didn't really know what to expect.
I love this front
but
office.
I trusted them. And then when I got here, I was blown away.
I'll go ahead and finish since you about to finish.
The front office, the organization, how everything is ran. Players, they treat players as the priority. So for me, I was blown away. And like I said, from the day one, they made my transition smooth and seamless.
Wonderful.
Coming
Love
from
it.
a new team. Like I said, I can't say enough great things about the last 2 months I've been here.
I love our front office. The freaking front office we had like 2 years ago. Jordan. Who was our GM at the time? I can't remember. But I love Jeff, bro. I remember Jeff's name because I love him. I can remember people names that I hate besides Al Avila. I hate Al Avila. But Jeff, you're doing your thing. Keep doing your thing.
Coach also said
Keep
in
building.
his interview that the way that a team plays for each other is not often always seen. Like, every player on this team really played for the guy next to him. How much does that do to help establish this culture as well?
I mean, it's everything. The unselfishness, the willing to win.
Facts.
But
Nobody trying to
that
play
when
selfish
you step on
ball.
the floor, to know when you run out that tunnel to play a game, that the guy next to you is going to give his all, not only for himself, but for his teammates. And it just shows the care factor and the level of love that we have for each other. And that's, like you said, that's everybody. Not one guy was selfish. Not one guy didn't sacrifice.
Yep.
So for me, that's the beauty of it. And then that's when you can learn a lot and grow from that for sure.
Coach had mentioned being more physical a little bit. Like, that's something you guys have to improve upon this offseason going to next year.
I agree.
Wondering,
Gotta
as
get
a
bumpy.
veteran, how do
Gotta
you
get
guys
bumpy.
go about doing that, and how do you make sure that next year you are physical against teams that try to push you around a little bit more?
I think just, it's something that you definitely work on in the offseason. First off, probably more so in the weight room, but just putting yourself on the court, putting yourself in an environment where you have to be physical, where you have to play through physicality, whatever that may looks like. And I'm pretty sure the player development here has been great. So I'm pretty sure they have a plan for every one of us in terms of how we can get better at it on the floor. But I think weight room wise, and I think also watching film, especially like on teams that play physical and teams that handle physicality
Freaking
well.
Magic.
Specifically too, if you want to get specific, just players that handle physicality well.
Yeah.
But I think
Oh my
just putting
God.
yourself in environments where you have to play through that physicality on the court, and drill work, skill work, whatever it may be.
How much will that loss yesterday fuel you guys going to the offseason and to make sure that you're better next year?
I think it'll fuel us. Obviously, it's tough. It's tough way to go out. But I think
Y'all ain't peep what Kobe said. Run it back.
I think it'll fuel us. Obviously,
He used the word us. That boy coming back. Thank you for coming back, Kobe.
it's tough. It's tough way to go out. But I think now you got something to look forward to. Now you got something to give you motivation. You got something to work for. Getting past that this coming up season. So I think the guys already had a lot of fuel to the fire to continue to grow and get better from this year. So that's just gonna add on even more.
You've had a lot of big moments in your basketball career, both in college and the NBA. In terms of the third quarter you had on Tuesday and that game-tying shot, where does that rank among some of your favorite basketball memories?
Definitely top three.
Top three for sure.
Just what was on the
That was
line.
hard. It was top
The
three of
shot,
my
probably number
Hornets.
one.
Hornets.
But it was just
Memories.
a great game.
I'm just say top one.
High level game, and I'm just glad
That was a great shot.
that we got to that the fans got to see that in live and in person and at home. And it was obviously
I would have
a
been
game
lit. I was
able to
lit at
win,
the house when he hit that jump.
in a crucial part of the season.
That's it. All right, man. Pat, I love you, bro. I can't do 15 minutes, bro. I love you. I respect it. Hey, LaMelo, appreciate it, Pat, bro. I love you, bro. But I ain't going 15 minutes, Pat. I don't know what the heck they was asking you that you talking for 15 minutes. Charles was only 10 minutes. I love you, Pat, but nah. But hey, man, that's my squad and my boys. Well, we'll be back next year, bro. We're gonna be back next year. We're gonna get to it. Then let's go celebrate. We can't even go celebrate. Let's go rest up. Rest our body, especially Con, bro. You finally get a break. You've been playing freaking year round. What is it? April? Y'all take a break for April and May. June we get back in the lab and let's get ready for some good hoops, man. Charlotte basketball, man. But we tried to protect the Hive, but we didn't protect the Hive. Hive mentality all over again, bro. I love y'all boys, man. I'm gonna get at y'all boys on the next one, man.